Hello, Robin and Kim here for our health chat. Take three.
That was
Yeah,
all my
Kim is
fault.
staying here. That's all right, Kim. All right, so the month of September is Healthy Aging Month, and Kim and I were so excited because we are both aging, whether you believe it or not, but all of us are aging. So this is gonna be two parts. So this week, we're going to talk about what you put in your mouth, or as Kim says, what you put in your pie hole. So we're going to talk all about the nutrition that we're putting in our mouth. And Kim's going to start us off because she has an interesting book that she wants to tell all of us about.
Yes, I do. Thanks, Robin. And how now a National Healthy Aging Month came about. It's always in September, and it's through the Office of Disease Prevention and Health Promotion. I want to just read their little blurb, what they say, what it's about. So healthy aging is a continuous process of optimizing opportunities to maintain and improve physical and mental health, independence, and quality of life throughout the life course. Now that's a long sentence to say basically you want to optimize your physical and mental health with all the tools possible and available. So interestingly enough, I mean, and Rob and I have talked about this before, whole food should be the basis of our nutrition and our diet. And whole food means food straight from the earth, you know, avocados, fruit, vegetables. But some processed foods got to be processed too, in order to be able to eat them. So, you know, like when we buy chicken at the store, you're not going to go buy a live chicken and take care of it yourself.
I'm not chopping any heads off.
No. So, but anyway, so there's minimally processed food, right? There's food that has to be processed in order for us to consume it and made it into a consumable form. However, when you talk about ultra processed foods, these are foods with long, big labels, words you can't pronounce, words you've never heard of, and probably most likely you don't have those ingredients in your kitchen. That's considered an ultra processed food. I'm reading this book. It's awesome. It is called Ultra Processed People. It's by Dr. Chris Van Tulleken. He is a British doc researcher. And the interesting thing he says in this book is that that really stuck out to me. They are now linking the leading cause of early death globally to the number one cause, which is ultra processed foods. To me, that's like kind of, it gives you pause and makes you want to think. Like,
And you
okay,
know what the funny thing is, Kim? If I would have seen someone say this like 5 years ago, I would have said, what are they talking about?
Right.
But the more you read, the more you listen to physicians, like Kim mentioned last week, functional medicine doctors, metabolic doctors, nutritionists, holistic nutritionists, the more you understand. And it makes so much sense what you said. Read your label. Like, why would it have more than 3 ingredients in it?
Yeah.
Right? If it's
right. Yeah. So anyway, it's really made me realize, like, if you're reading a long label and you don't know what some of those things are,
Yep.
or even one or two of them, even, you know, it's some kind of preservative or something to extend the shelf life, or it's a dye for the colors, or, you know, whatever. Our DNA is changing because of that. So that's kind of getting away what really we're talking about. But healthy aging, this is what, you know, we're in midlife and we are trying to maximize or optimize our health. And how do we do it? Well, the number one way is through nutrition. And so I talked about like whole foods and, you know, eating enough veggies. Ideally, you want a variety of 30 different veggies and fruits and plants a week. That's including plants. That's like seeds and nuts. And, you know, 30 may sound like a lot, but it's really not when you break it down like that. Eating clean protein, you know, foods that aren't factory farmed, don't have things added to them, but like grass-fed beef, pasture-raised chicken, pasture-raised eggs. That's what we're talking about with clean animal proteins. And also your omega-3s, your healthy fatty acids, which are found in fatty fish, your salmon, your sardines, which Robin knows I love. But and your extra virgin olive oil, and just the healthy fats. But all those are, even olive oil, I mean, it's a processed food when you think about it, right? Because you got to squeeze the olives to get the oil, but that's minimally processed. So that gives you an example. Compare that to a Twinkie. A Twinkie never had didn't start out as any food when you think about it. So anyway, and so just in getting enough water. I was talking to a friend who was saying their 92-year-old mother, 90-year-old mother will not drink any water, and she's, not doing well because of her electrolytes, sodium, everything's off. So,
and it's a natural process. As we age, we lose that taste for water, for liquids. I mean, it's not because we're being persnickety or what. It's a real thing that happens.
Well, your taste buds, and your taste buds can change, and food doesn't taste the same. So, but focusing on the right nutrition, hopefully, you have access to good, healthy food. So yeah, it's getting the right nutrition is key to live a long and have health span.
And then the other thing too, we wanted to touch on is like vitamins too, because as we age, sometimes the chemical reactions in your body, you don't take in and absorb the way that you used to. Case in point, my husband and I both, after seeing metabolic physicians and our regular physician, like the B12, the B vitamin was lacking in both of us. So both of us have started to take supplements. And you can get that from food too, which Greg keeps telling me, Robin, you need to prepare lentils. We need more, lentils and rice and things like that. So, but beans, peas, soy alternatives and things like that for your protein as well with the vitamin B12 helps to get that all absorbed in your body. Also eggs, salmon, like Kim said, nutritional yeast, grass-fed beef, liver, yogurt. I eat a lot of yogurt, tuna. It's kind of like I can eat tuna sometimes, but kind of got to gag that down. But like chicken and pork and, all the, organic and the grass-fed, soy milk. Kim's talked about soy milk before too. You hear us say, don't go to soy, but it's a different kind of soy. Soy milk is good for you. Mushrooms, oysters will not be going past these lips. I can tell you that right now. Sardines, shellfish, trout, lamb, and mussels. So those are just we like to give you a little bit of a list. And then again, it's Kim always talks about, within our chats is high fiber. You need more fiber as you age. And to get that fiber, you can get that in avocados, raspberries, artichokes, Brussels sprouts, apples, broccoli, sweet potatoes, almonds, chickpeas, quinoa. I love quinoa.
Me too.
Bananas, popcorn, make sure your popcorn though is organic, right? And don't overdo it on the popcorn. Split peas, carrots, kidney beans, blackberries, strawberries, legumes, and oatmeal. And steel cut oatmeal is better. Because
I'm going to interject one thing. When you said other soy products, you don't want heavily processed soy products like the Impossible Burger.
Right.
It's not healthy. It's got added crappy oils in it. It's just a fake food. So don't think
tofu. You'd like tofu is a good example.
Or a black bean burger, something like that. It would be healthier than the soy.
What's the other one with tofu?
Tempeh?
Yes, tempeh. That's a good one too.
It is good.
And those are different things.
Yeah, and edamame, but the soy, the overly processed soy is, you don't want that.
No.
We don't want that. But anyway, yes, but the soy milk is organic, unsweetened is the one I recommend. No sugar added. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I got to watch those sugars, which we've always talked about too. But if you want a list of those things on my Get Fit with Robin page on Facebook, I have all of them listed, and on my IG, I have all of that listed on today's post because I knew Kim and I were going to be talking about that. And then Kim, you'll put that book in the comments.
Yes, I will.
Right? I'm interested in diving into that book.
Yeah, I just got it from the library. Yeah, so it's a new book. It just came out in 2023. So
yeah,
it's the latest and greatest.
Good, good.
All right.
Anything else?
No, I think next week we're gonna hit exercise because that's part 2 of Healthy
Yep.
Aging Month, and how to age well. Incorporating exercise is super important. So we'll talk about that. And in the meantime, we want you to have fun and live young. And we will see
And-
you next week.
Well, wait a
Oh.
minute, because I want to show them my earrings.
Oh, yes.
So
Show me your
my
earrings.
earrings, guys. This is from Salty Rays. This is a friend of mine in Florida. Look how pretty those are. And she
Very
makes
pretty.
these. If anybody wants to know about them, let me know. I always like to help support small businesses. So
Yeah. And it goes well with the blouse
I
you have
know,
on.
doesn't it? It's so cute.
Perfect.
All right. We'll see you next week then.
Bye-bye.